walking wall telling you how I spot on. The promise of apprenticeship, the hope of abolition. It's the fashion they imagine. I am dripping in best wishes. The tears in the eyes of a lynch man that ran under the land, sprouted roots, and here I am. You live different, knowing limits live beyond the skies, and that's why I am Black History 365. Tell them. Black is beautiful. Yes, it is. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Yes, it is. Black is beautiful. Come on. You can say that I'm clearly comfortable up in my own skin. This one's for the melanin. This one's for the melanin. Everyone who wants the elements of the melanin. Stand up, put your fist in the air if you're feeling the anthem. Hey. If you're black and you love it, if you're black and you love it, just say, you're a king, you're a queen, very special indeed. If you're black and you love it, if you're black and you love it, just say, you're a king, you're a queen, very special indeed. You're a king, you're a queen, very special indeed. You're a king, you're a queen, very special indeed. You're a king, you're a queen, very special indeed. Very special indeed, very special indeed. Joe, Walter, we got one, baby. Jay Morris, Mark XX, Black History 365, KO, you're welcome. Yeah. The elephant in the room. Yeah. The elephant in the room. So much hatred grown. Our whole generation was doomed. Can't clean it up with a broom. The elephant in the room. Why you call a man a coon? Man, you better change your tune. Make me wanna blow up, boom, boom. The elephant in the room. All the white hood costumes. I'm heated, steaming fumes. How much pain can one consume? The elephant in the room. Man, we gotta figure this out. I don't just wanna assume that you don't wanna squash this. Let's start off with the elephant in the room. You been to a Mexican restaurant, or maybe your local Chinese spot. You look at the menu and see the chili pepper by item. That means it's really hot. Now you got a choice. Do you wanna go and order that? Is it too hot for your taste buds? The elephant in this book represents mistreatment of black people. Gotta wake up. 3/5 of a human being calling us the N-word, getting lynched just for being black. 400 years enslaved. I don't wanna get you mad. This is real. I'm just saying facts. But what we gotta do is realize when we see the elephant that the topic is sensitive. We learn this to heal from it, not to divide. Action over anger, initiative. Learn about the past and get attitude. You ain't do nothing to me. Why I'm mad at you? If we could be critical thinkers, compassionate listeners, move up in latitude. Respectful communicators when we dealing with topics that plagued us for centuries. The same way we peacefully protest together right now is the way that it's meant to be. So much hatred grown. Our whole generation was doomed. Can't clean it up with a broom. The elephant in the room. Why you call a man a coon? Man, you better change your tune. Make me wanna blow up, boom, boom. The elephant in the room. All the white hood costumes. I'm heated, steaming fumes. How much pain can one consume? The elephant in the room. Man, we gotta figure this out. I don't just wanna assume that you don't wanna squash this. Let's start off with the elephant in the room. I was born in LA, just a little bitty baby with my sister playing pancake baker man. Just in purple and gold, used to go to the games when my daddy was a diehard Lakers fan. I grew up looking at Magic when they played the Celtics. Sometimes it was tragic. My dad was perturbed, he hate Larry Bird. I hated him too, cause he did automatic. I'm all grown up now and it still is a habit. When I see the Celtics, I'm booing. But what am I doing? They never did nothing to me. Am I being biased?
Hello, everyone. We are so excited to kick off the Black History 365 launch party for Saginaw Public Schools. What an exciting day to be here with you all. Of course, we're coming to you virtually, but that's okay because it connects more of us than it does less of us, right? So hello, everyone. My name is Carlene Brown, and I am the Director of Media Relations for Black History 365. We are so excited today because we are going to get to talk about this great moment in Saginaw Public School history. And we are also going to get to share some awesome performances here from your students, your teachers, so everybody in those classrooms around the district. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, welcome to the Black History 365 launch party for Saginaw Public Schools. And we're going to kick it off with a little bit of change.
Hi, my name is Lionel Baldwin, and I am in the class of 2023 at Arthur Hill High School, and I will be playing A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke.
Awesome. What a talent and what a way to kick things off here with you all in Saginaw. So it is my pleasure now to introduce someone who is very instrumental in today's program and also in seeing Black History 365 come into Saginaw School District. So Dr. Mitt Foley is the Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Curriculum Instruction and Athletics at Saginaw Public Schools. Dr. Foley, why don't you join us on camera so you can tell us a little bit about what today is all about, why it's meaningful, who's watching, and all that wonderful stuff. Welcome.
Well, good afternoon, SPSD family, and welcome to the Black History 365 launch party. Again, I'm Dr. Mitt Foley, the Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Curriculum and Instruction. First, I want to start off by thanking the talented Lionel Baldwin, who kicked off the program with Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come, which is a fitting song as change to our Black history curriculum has finally come. We got a great program for you celebrating the launch of Black History 365. We are excited to bring this fresh, engaging, interactive curriculum to our school district, a curriculum that highlights the rich history of the African diaspora outside of slavery and centers African-American history in a positive light through power, strength, joy, and achievement. As a matter of fact, we found the resources so comprehensive, which includes more than 3,000 documents and artifacts, videos, and music, that we've added them as supplements to our other core classes, such as US history, world history, economics, and government, covering grades 7 through 12. Hands down, we believe this to be one of the best resources for teaching Black history, and we are sure this will inspire you to think critically and engage in thoughtful discourse as you move through the curriculum. The redesigning of secondary course offerings is aligned with the 2020 strategic plan and the Board of Education's vision of creating comprehensive, high-quality programming that meets the needs of all students within our school community. Under our superintendent's leadership, the district has been busy transforming into a 21st century powerhouse, from the passing of a $100 million bond to the adoption of new curriculum. The superintendent is passionate that diversity, equity, inclusion, and rigor guide our curriculum decisions, leading us to Black History 365. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce the superintendent of Saginaw Public Schools, Dr. Ramont Roberts, who will officially kick off the Black History 365 launch party.
Hello, my name is Dr. Ramont Roberts, and I'm the superintendent of Saginaw Public Schools. For so long, probably the span of my educational career, educators, particularly social studies teachers, have longed for a curriculum that addresses the history of the African American race in this country accurately, with the appropriate depth and intellectual rigor. A curriculum that satisfies relevancy, purpose, historical context, and present-day inquiries. Black History 365 is that curriculum. I am so grateful to Dr. Walter Milton and his team for developing such a platform. Not only do the reading and writing materials satisfy necessary emphasis on historical context, purpose, and relevancy, the idea of developing a musical platform aligned with the text was brilliant. Black History 365 will be a game changer for the Saginaw Public School students, staff, and I believe the entire community. I am thrilled in anticipating the impact that this curriculum is going to have on our student bodies in our secondary schools, as well as our elementary schools as we roll that out, in addition to the long-standing impact that learning the history of the African American race accurately will have on our students. Thank you.
Awesome. We are so excited to have so many wonderful individuals from your community who are joining in to celebrate with us. Today is a big celebration. Saginaw District is making history joining New York City Public Schools, schools in Dallas, Texas, schools in Kansas, schools hopefully soon in Seattle, Washington. We are literally coast to coast in Illinois and so many places around the country. Schools, over 100 schools have now taken the initiative to bring Black history education to their classrooms, to their students, to teachers who are so excited to finally have this material in their hands. And your community is celebrating with us. So now we're going to hear from Terry Pruitt, who is the president of your very own NAACP.
This is Terry Pruitt, president of the Saginaw branch of our local NAACP here in Saginaw. Proud graduate of the Saginaw Public School Districts, a 1966 graduate of Saginaw High School. I am proud to be here today in celebration of the launch of our Black History curriculum here in the district. Our history is important. We as African Americans, Black people in this country and in this community should be proud of the very relevant history we have and important history we have and the contributions that all of us have made to this country, to this nation, and to this community. So it's important that we share this information, that we involve our students in understanding the contributions that we have made as a people. And we certainly want to go ahead and encourage our students to dig deep into the curriculum and to understand all of the great information that's going to be shared and imparted to these students. So Let's go. Let's launch this whole effort and let's get everybody involved, parents, students, teachers, and staff.
I like that. Let's go. And so right now we are going to see another student performance. But before we do that, we want to bring a teacher to the forefront. So Mrs. Rachel Reed is the principal at Saginaw Arts and Science Academy. How are you doing today?
How are you?
Awesome. I'm awesome. How are you all? This is an exciting day, isn't it?
Well, we are extremely excited to be part of the Black History 365. Saginaw Arts and Sciences Academy is a gifted and talented program, but we're a performing arts and sciences school. So our performing arts program has created quite a few pieces for this afternoon to share not only with Saginaw Public School District, but to share with the world. So we're very excited about this.
And we are excited to have you. Now, you are the principal. You've been the principal for 5 years. You've been a teacher there for 11. So talk a little bit about why this is such a major occasion and what we're going to see and hear from the students at your school today.
Absolutely. So I've been in the district for over 20 years, and we have been waiting for something for the Black History programming. And when we had an opportunity to see Black History 365, everybody in the room, administrators, teachers, the assistant superintendent, the superintendent, we all said, this is what Saginaw needs. So we are so excited to have it. We received the books, and later in the performance today, you're going to see some of my students actually open the book and learn from that curriculum. But when we opened the books, the teachers were excited, the principals were excited, the students were excited, and then we took some of this information and we gave it to our performing arts programs, and we asked them to create some pieces for you. So what you're going to see today, the very first thing you're going to see is a famous poem by Maya Angelou, and Still I Rise, from our Saginaw Arts and Sciences Academy dance concentration students. And those students study various styles of dance, including modern dance, ballet, jazz, contemporary dance, and they perform in all different styles. Our high school concentration took the work that your team sent to us, and they choreographed as a concentration. All of those high school students choreographed and are going to perform this contemporary piece. Later in the performance, you are going to hear some spoken poems by Isaiah Spears and Saban Goodwine. They're going to do a piece together. And then towards the end of the program today, you're going to hear a piece by Toraya Allen. So we're very excited to be part of this launch today.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This is my favorite part. Whenever we do this, we always make sure that we put emphasis on students and student performances, because this is the opportunity for us to see the best and the talented among us. So thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and prep for that performance now. It is such a beautiful piece done, like you said, by students at your school, I Rise by Maya Angelou, in dance by the wonderful group of dancers at this performing arts school.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lines. You may charm me in the very dirt, but still like dust. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just because I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high. Still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cry. Does my sassiness upset you? miraculously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave and servant.
Wow, what an amazing performance. That was absolutely outstanding. Again, that was I Rise by Maya Angelou as interpreted by the Salsa Dance Concentration. Right now, we're going to move on with the program and we're going to hear from a member of we're going to hear from the board president, Dr. Charles Coleman. Okay.
Hello, my name is Charles Coleman, and I have the honor of serving as the president of the Saginaw Board of Education. Welcome to Black History 365, a new and exciting curriculum that the Board of Education is offering to all students in the Saginaw Public School System. In this program, we will find out that African American history started before slavery. We will find out that Africans contributed to history prior to European history. Expanding our history curriculum offers our students an opportunity to see people who look like they look, who have contributed to world history. This comprehensive history will expand the ability of students to challenge the norms and show growth. We are excited to offer this opportunity to our students. We challenge our scholars to take advantage of this program and look at history from both sides of the coin. Welcome to Black History 365.
And I want to add that again. Welcome to Black History 365. We are so excited that Saginaw School District is joining the Black History movement across the country, and so excited to be hearing from so many awesome students. So we have another student performance, Isaiah Spears and Savon Goodwine, and they are going to do a spoken word piece, I Too, by Langston Hughes.
I'm Savon Goodwine, a 10th grade Sassa Theater student.
I'm Isaiah Spears, a 9th grade Sassa Theater student, and we'll be performing I Too by Langston Hughes.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong.
Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am.
And be ashamed. I too am America.
And now we have another spoken word piece, Alone by Maya Angelou, as presented by LaDonna Jones.
I'm LaDonna Jones, an 11th grader at Saginaw High School, and I'm reciting Alone by Maya Angelou. Lying, thinking last night how to find my soul a home, where water is not thirsty and bread loaf is not stone. I came up with one thing, and I don't think I am wrong, that nobody but nobody can make it out here alone. Alone, all alone. Nobody but nobody can make it out here alone. There are some millionaires with money they can't use. Their wives run around like banshees and their children sing the blues. They've got expensive doctors to cure their hearts, but nobody, no nobody can make it out here alone. Alone, all alone, nobody but nobody can make it out here alone. Now, if you listen closely, I'll tell you what I know. Storm clouds are gathering. The wind is gonna blow. The man of race is suffering, and I can hear the moan, but nobody can make it out here alone. All alone, Nobody but nobody can make it out here alone.
Awesome. One of the wonderful things about Black History 365 is you are going to be exposed to so many amazing writers, poets. There's so much rich history that is going to be available to students. And one of the things that I really appreciate is the commitment of individuals like your superintendent, your assistant superintendent, Dr. Mitt Foley and Dr. Vermont Roberts, as they have committed to make sure that this come along with teachers who have been waiting for this information. So we want to tell you what the teachers are saying about Black History 365 as they now have the opportunity to present it to each and every one of the students that are part of your school district.
My name is Michael Haight, African American history teacher here at Saginaw High School. We are very happy to have these brand new history books for our teachers, for our students. They're state of the art, I guess you could say, for a textbook. It's different than any other textbook I've ever seen, and that was that's what the thought was amongst everybody else who reviewed the book. There's a whole bunch of computer codes in there. It's a thick book, it's 1,000 pages plus, but with all the different codes on there, it adds more and more than you can ever imagine, I guess. It's absolutely impressive. We're excited about it. The kids are excited about it because it's unlike anything we've ever seen before. Again, we're excited about having this, and thank you much.
Hi, I'm Jan Jeske, and I'm a teacher at Arthur Hill High School, and I have the privilege of teaching African American history this year, which is a new curriculum to us. The curriculum is very important as it allows for a lot of discussion, it allows for a lot of investigation with our students, and it's not a typical type of curriculum that you see every day when you walk into a school. They have the elephant experience in here, which is a hot topic button, and we've done several of them through my teaching so far this year. We did one just recently on derogatory terms and how it affects people, how it affected people throughout history and how it affects people now. We also have a lot of interesting and wonderful people that we talk about. I just did a lesson on Queen Nzinga, and she was a phenomenal woman, phenomenal African queen, who prevented the Portuguese from instituting slavery into her territory for the majority of her life. She's somebody that should be honored, and it is very important to our kids' histories that no one has ever taught them about, and this is what this book does. It has a lot of interesting articles on people that kings and queens and influencers and current people that influence the African American history that our students have never had the privilege or the honor of being taught about. And for me, I feel that I am honored that I can teach African American history not in February alone, but for the 180 days a year that I see my children, my students in my classroom. So personally for me, it's a very big and important step that the district took, and we should be thankful that they did take that step. According to research that's just being conducted, African Americans, especially African American male students, do better in their academic achievement if they are allowed to confront the history from the past, if they're allowed to accept their history as it is, and if they're allowed to voice their opinions and grow from there. So this is what this textbook does, and for me, it's just a very valuable piece of the puzzle that we need for Saginaw Public Schools, and I think every parent should come in at parent-teacher conference and see the book and talk to us about it, because our kids are talking about it out of class, and that's when you know you've made an impact. They talk in class, but if they're talking about this out of class, that's when you know that they have learned something from you. And that's what Black history does, and I'm proud to be the teacher of it. Thank you.
Not to overstate it or anything, but I've been waiting for this book my entire life. As a student growing up, I fell in love with the works of Norzil Hurston and Audre Lorde and W.E.B. Du Bois, but I always felt like I was missing a context, that sort of historical connection to what I was learning. Now, as a teacher, I've struggled to bring that same context to my students. But I am very excited, and I am so very, very proud that the Saginaw Public School District has decided to bring Black History 365 to our classrooms. It is smart, it is engaging, it is inclusive, and it is current. Its primary source materials and its integrated technology, it's phenomenal. And it has real-world, relevant, hands-on experiences that enable us to have the conversations that our nation's classrooms need to be having right now. I'm grateful that our school has given all of us this opportunity to learn this history, because it's something that we all need to know, something that we all need to understand. Teaching Black history helps all of us understand our shared history, and that can guide us and inspire us and make us all stronger. That is so very true. There is something so special about understanding that we are making history, that there are students now who are going to get things their parents didn't get, opportunities that their parents and that their grandparents didn't have, but they long for. And that is to have Black history as an inclusive part of not only American history, but something that you can have free access to in your classrooms. So I just want you to stop down and pause and think about that for a minute. Right now, you are part of history. Your district is making history. And so, Dr. Foley, I just want you to jump back on really quickly. We've seen some amazing performances. We've heard from your teachers and your staff. And I just want you to talk a little bit about what it means to be able to hear some of the feedback and just see some of the rich performances that we've seen so far today.
Absolutely amazing. And it just shows the overall excitement and commitment to our new curriculum. And I actually have a few more statements I really want to read. Some teachers came up to me who are using the resources, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, and they rave how this has transformed how they deliver Black history. One of the quotes I got from the teacher from a user is, it's hands down one of the most inspirational books I've used for teaching African American history. Students stay engaged with all the resources. Another educator said, this is what as an educator really excited me. With the elephant experience, the students have places in the curriculum where they stop, reflect on what they learn, and make connections to their lives. It's all about connections. This really gets all of the students involved in the conversation. So teachers are also talking about this outside of the classroom. Another teacher remarked, the Black History 365 curriculum helps engage students in addressing current issues and closes the opportunity gap to ensure our children have a balanced historical perspective. And finally, the timeliness of this curriculum cannot be overstated. We're working on developing young leaders through thoughtful analysis and dialogue, seeking answers to resolve issues of systemic racism, and while understanding the significant contributions of African Americans in a culturally competent way. This curriculum does just that and couldn't have been adopted at a better time. So teachers are fired up, they're excited about it. The kids are fired up and excited about it. And they're just raving how this is transforming how they're delivering instruction within the classroom.
And that makes us feel so good, because actually research was done when this curriculum was being developed. There is science that proves when you learn about your history, when you are engaged with material that allows you to see yourself in the best light and learn about the contributions of your own people, that it helps to garner all of that resilience that you have in you and makes you so much better and stronger. And so we're so excited to hear that the teachers are loving it. We know the kids, as a matter of fact, we're going to transition now to hear what some of the students who are currently being instructed in Black History 365 have to say. So we're going to take a little glimpse into a class discussion and find out how students are responding at Saginaw District.
Okay, so Kalina, let me start with you.
Okay.
Why do we study Black history?
Because I personally think it's important. Like, as a Black person in America and in like school, I feel like really underrepresented within like our school because like I don't think I've ever had a Black teacher, and so to be able to study African American history is really important to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Gabe, what about you? Why do you think it's important to understand Black history?
I feel like it's a part of our world that we just don't usually get to hear about. Like in our normal textbooks, it's not really a perspective that we get to see. So having this textbook offered to us and then having this class offered to us, like just starting last year, I feel like is really important just for that to be available.
Okay. Phoenix, how do you think that what we're going to learn this year and what we're going to study could make a change in our world?
I think what we learned this year, it definitely changed, like, well, wait, can I reword that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
But like, you said change our world?
Yeah, like how do you
like
think
us
that,
as a,
yeah, well, I mean, you guys are seniors, right? You're about to jump ship and go out there. And so, like, this textbook has really relevant history. It takes us from Africa to really so many of the difficult struggles that we have today, right? So we're gonna learn all about that while we're reading literature. So how do you think that's gonna prepare you to go out into the world and be better and affect change?
I think it'll just open up a very underrepresented side of like curriculum that I didn't get to experience until this year, which is really like shocking. But it'll definitely prepare me and my peers for like all of the like different. I'm so bad at explaining.
No, you're doing a really good job. What so far, Louis, is your favorite part of what you study?
My favorite part? Learning about people I never got to learn about.
Do you have an example?
I do. Sister Rosetta Tharpe was they were born in a church and they grew up there playing guitar for all the kids. And eventually they made it big in New York and were bringing thousands of people in stadiums to hear them play songs and stuff, which is something I would have never learned about without the book.
Cool. What about you, Jayani? What's one thing is we've spent like we just got the textbooks. So like what's one thing that's really new that makes this textbook different than other things that you've had in school so far?
I really enjoyed like the QR codes in the book. Like it's kind of cool. Like I've never experienced having them like in a book and learning even more information about people. Like I remember there was a QR code in here about Oprah and how like I didn't know that she had a kid at 14. Like I would have never known that. Like I never did research or anything, and I found it in the book and I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, and I love that like the music too, right? What about you, Island? What's your favorite part?
I guess how new this book is and how up to date it is with its content because like you said, everything up until like this very moment is in this book, and what everyone else has been saying, like I would have, without this textbook, I would have never been able to discover this information or had any exposure to it, especially with this class. It's just...
Has anybody ever had a textbook with this much pop culture?
No.
Right, that's really neat, isn't it? To be able to connect that way. Ethan, you've just gotten your first look today. What do you think?
I think it's really interesting because it, like, just kind of presents a lot of different like viewpoints that you normally wouldn't have like seen, but at the same time it's not like forcing you to believe in it. It like kind of presents the information and lets you figure out your own opinions from there, giving you like QR codes to find your own research kind of. So you're able to form your own opinions.
Who thinks this book is a celebration of culture? That's pretty special, isn't it?
The collage on like the first couple of pages that shows like all of the presentation that all the stuff that's like a part of our history. I think that's really cool.
I think it's really cool
And
too.
it obviously doesn't represent all of it, but like it has a like.
Well, that's what we're trying to do up there.
Yeah.
We're gonna try doing that. I don't know if we're gonna get it that full before you graduate. We're gonna try, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good. I'm proud of you guys.
Wow, what an awesome. I hope you all loved hearing from students. Hearing student voice is always so important. And I'm going to bring Mrs. Cassandra Good Tibbs, the principal of Arthur Hill High School, to the Zoom room forefront, because, you know, of course, as principals and educators, it's always important to us to hear your voice and to hear students talking about the book and engaging with it and just sharing their ideas and their thoughts. And the wonderful thing, as was mentioned, is that Black History 365 is not just about history, but it's about current pop culture. We have George Floyd in the book because it just worked out that that whole incident unfolded just as we were going to print. So you're getting ancient Africa literally through 2020. So how are you today? Thank you for joining us. And what do you think about what you're seeing so far?
I am well. Good afternoon to everyone. And it's almost overwhelming. Here at Arthur Hill, we are thrilled to have the Black History 365 curriculum. For me, as an educator and also as a student of history through grade school, history has always been a story told that is developed and unfolds over time. And the story itself, with most curriculum that's been told, has been incomplete. And with the Black History 365 experience, we now have so many of those critical parts, those missing parts to our history, completed to that story, not only of this nation's history, but also in world history, important individuals, important events, important artifacts. So many pieces that have been missing are now made complete through this Black History 365 curriculum. I've had an opportunity to sit in on a few classes where the curriculum has been taught, and it's just so intriguing. And the way that the text is written is just beautifully presented to students, and it promotes student engagement. It promotes in-depth discussions, and it evokes thought-provoking questions from students. They're not only asking about the what in history, but the why and the how. Students are having these discussions and making connections with the historical content as well as their lives today. So it's extremely relevant, which I think is so important with curriculum, that it makes an impact and that it connects with our children. I'm excited to see how this curriculum will continually enhance the learning experience for our students and enrich it. It already has, and I know that it'll continue to do so throughout this year. So I'm looking forward to being a part of that, to observing that, and to having discussions with our students about it. So it's been nothing but wonderful. And like I said, I'm really excited to see what will continue to happen as we engage with this new curriculum. And at this time, I would like to introduce Lionel Baldwin Jr. You've already enjoyed one of his performances. Lionel is the class valedictorian of the class of 2023. He is a Saginaw County Youth Ambassador. He is also a mental health advocate for youth. Lionel is a 3-time NAACP gold medalist with AXO, and he is our first state qualifier in over 10 years in Saginaw Public Schools for wrestling. So he's a pretty awesome individual, and now he is going to play Billy Bounce by Charles Parker. Please enjoy.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Lionel Baldwin, and I'm in the class of 2023 at Arthur Hill High School. And today, I will be playing Billy's Bounce by Charlie Parker.
One, two, a 1, 2, 3.
Wow, what a performance. I just want to commend you all on such talent. There's such talent over there in Saginaw. I'm so excited. This is amazing. You have had such a rich offering of talent that you all have shared with us as part of this program today. We're so excited to have you all be part of the BH365 family. Now we're going to hear from Tareya Allen, and she is going to do a spoken word piece titled At the Age of 18, Ode to Girls of Color by Amanda Gorman.
I'm Tareya Allen. I'm a 9th grade Sasson Theater student, and I'll be performing At the Age of 18, Ode to Girls of Color by Amanda Gorman. At the age of 5, I saw how we always pick the flower swelling with the most color. The color distinguishes it from the rest and tells us this flower should not be left behind. But this does not happen in the case of colored girls. Our color makes hands pull back, and we left to grow alone, stretching our petals in the dry sun. At the age of 12, I blinked in the majesty of the color within myself, blinded by the knowledge that a skinny black girl, a young brown teen, has the power to light Los Angeles all night. the radiance to heal all scars left on this city's pavement. Why had this realization taken so long? When color pulses and all that is beauty and painting and human? You see, long ago, they told me that snakes and spiders have spots and vibrant bodies if they are poisonous. In other words, being of color meant danger, warning, do not touch. At the age of 18, I know my color is not a warning, but a welcome. A girl of color is a lighthouse, an ultraviolet ray of power, potential, and promise. My color does not mean caution, it means courage. My dark does not mean danger, it means daring. My brown does not mean broken, it means bold backbone from working twice as hard to get half as far. At the age of 18, I am experiencing how black and brown can glow. And glow I will. Glow we will. Vibrantly, colorfully, not as a warning, but as a promise. That we will set the sky alight with our magic.
All right. Well, we are at one very special moment in our program today because this is the opportunity for you all to meet the CEO, the visionary, the person who dreamed this up and made it a reality, co-author also of this book. He helped to write it after dreaming it up, Dr. Walter Milton. I want to invite you to the Zoom room stage to meet all of the wonderful folks that are joining us here in Saginaw, Michigan for the launch of the Black History 365 curriculum. Come on in, Dr. Milton. I know he's here.
Yeah. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Is your camera on?
My camera is on.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Can you guys,
Okay.
you can at least hear me, right?
I can absolutely hear you.
Okay, so that's
there you are.
Okay. Well, I just want to say that I am extremely proud of what I had an opportunity to witness thus far today. And the young lady who just read the poem, she did a wonderful job, very articulate, and she read it with so much passion that it had a deep and lasting impact on me in such a short period of time. I do want to thank the principal for her commitment, her courage, her steadfastness, for bringing this to fruition at Saginaw. I remember when Henry Sandoval and I had an opportunity to visit. The momentum that was in the room for students and what's best for students was really evident. And I'm so proud of her and the incredible work that she's doing.
Recording in
being
progress.
a superintendent right there in the state of Michigan and Illinois and in New York. I saw firsthand what our students needed. There was a major disconnect from the educational process for Black children, throughout America, and also for all other children who really care about learning. And this was an opportunity to break stereotypes, to clear up any kind of misconceptions and put truth out there to power that would touch so many lives across this incredible nation. And it's our hope that we continue to grow and do our part to make this world a much better place to be. And so I want to thank everyone for their participation. I want to thank our beloved Carlene Brown for her incredible work and commitment to make these things happen. Henry Sandoval for his commitment, his tenacity, and his dedication to put forth excellence in the world. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to participate in this incredible, incredible partnership.
Thank you so much, Dr. Milton. We so appreciate you. And I just want to encourage anyone who is watching, any young person, when there's a dream in your heart, follow it. When there's something that an idea that drops in you, you never know the impact that thing can have on the world. And so, Dr. Milton, we always appreciate you for following your dream and sticking to it to see it to the end, because here we are because of it. So thank you so much. All right, we're coming close to the end of our program. So we want to now bring to the forefront of the Zoom room stage, Mr. Eric Gordon, who is the principal of Saginaw High School and has been with the Saginaw Public School District for 23 years, where he has been a math and science teacher, middle school teacher. You've been some of everything, huh?
Yes, I have.
Well, what are your thoughts about the program so far? How are you feeling about Black History 365 and just being able to be here to share with students and staff throughout your school district?
Well, I first like to say good afternoon again. My name is Eric Gordon, and I am just so excited about Saginaw Public Schools and how we have adopted this new curriculum, Black History 365. Let me say that again, 365. So that students from all nationalities can learn more about Black history all year long and not just highlighted in the month of February. Students need to get a deep understanding that where we come from many times affects where we'll be going in the future. Many times we just hear about this in February. And again, we as Dr. Milton said, we have so many things that are not true that kids hear, and those things impact us daily. And we just want to make sure our kids get the true facts and we can give them everything we can to enforce Black History 365.
Awesome. And they can even do it through music. Like we said, we just heard from Lionel, who played one of the great jazz greats in African-American history. And so it's so many ways to embed it into what you all are doing. And we're so excited that you all have elected to be a part of this. So you get to introduce the next act that we're going to hear from.
And yes, I do. I get to introduce the Saginaw United, that's Saginaw High and Arthur Hill United Drumline, with a selection called Doom, which is led under the direction of our band director, Mr. Jordan Edwards.
Here we go.